I woke up in a cold sweat, the nightmare still fresh in my mind. The moon cast an eerie glow through my bedroom window, illuminating the rustic farmhouse that had been my home for as long as I could remember. I took a deep breath, trying to shake off the lingering fear that clung to me like a shadow. My name is Emily, and I live alone on this isolated farm. It had once been a place filled with warmth and happiness, but something had changed. Strange occurrences had become a part of my everyday life, leaving me on edge and constantly looking over my shoulder. It started innocently enough, a creaking floorboard here, a flickering light there. I dismissed them as nothing more than the natural quirks of an old house. But as the days turned into weeks, the disturbances grew more pronounced. One evening, as I tended to the animals in the barn, I heard whispers echoing through the still air. The words were unintelligible, but they sent a shiver down my spine. I searched the barn, flashlight in hand, but found no one. Only the sound of my own rapid heartbeat filled the silence. The next night, as I lay in bed, I heard the sound of footsteps outside my window. Heavy, deliberate footsteps that sent my pulse racing. I crept toward the window, my heart pounding in my ears, and pulled back the curtain. Nothing, just the vast expanse of darkness stretching out before me. Fear consumed me, yet curiosity compelled me to investigate further. I delved into the history of the farm, scouring old records and archives. That's when I stumbled upon a chilling tale, a story of a woman who had lived on this land long before me. Her name was Eleanor, and she had been accused of practicing witchcraft. Legend had it that Eleanor had been wrongfully accused and hanged on the very tree that stood near the barn. Locals believed her spirit still lingered, seeking revenge on those who dared to intrude on her domain. As the days turned into weeks, I grew increasingly haunted. Objects moved on their own, pictures fell from the walls, and strange symbols appeared on the farmhouse walls overnight. I couldn't escape the feeling that Eleanor's vengeful spirit was watching my every move. One stormy night, the power went out, plunging the farmhouse into darkness. Armed with nothing but a candle, I ventured outside to check the circuit breaker. The rain pelted against my skin as I made my way to the small shed that housed the electrical panel. Just as I reached the shed, a flash of lightning illuminated the area, and I caught a glimpse of a figure standing near the tree. It was Eleanor, her ghostly form swaying in the wind. I gasped and stumbled backward, the candle slipping from my hand and extinguishing with a soft sizzle. In the pitch-black darkness, I fumbled my way back to the farmhouse, my heart pounding with terror. As I reached the safety of my bedroom, I locked the door and huddled in the corner, praying for the nightmare to end. Weeks passed, and I couldn't escape Eleanor's torment. The whispers grew louder, the footsteps closer. I became a prisoner in my own home, consumed by fear and desperation. Finally, I decided to take matters into my own hands. Armed with sage and holy water, I stood beneath the ancient tree where Eleanor had met her tragic fate. With trembling hands, I recited ancient incantations, pleading for her to release me from her grasp. As the final words left my lips, a gust of wind swept through the air, extinguishing my candle. The world fell silent, and I held my breath, waiting for a sign. Then, as if in response to my plea, a serene calmness washed over the farm. The whispers ceased, the footsteps vanished, and the oppressive weight of fear lifted from my shoulders. It was as if Eleanor's spirit had finally found peace and released its hold on the land. With cautious optimism, I ventured back into the farmhouse, half expecting to find the remnants of her haunting. To my relief, the symbols on the walls had disappeared, and the atmosphere felt lighter, free from the lingering presence that had plagued me for so long. Days turned into weeks, and I began to rebuild my life on the farm. The animals seemed at ease, and the once neglected fields flourished under my care. The farmhouse, once filled with dread, regained its warmth and charm. Yet, the memory of Eleanor's haunting lingered in my mind. I couldn't help but wonder if her accusations of witchcraft had been unfounded, if she had been a victim of unjust persecution. Her story became a part of the farm's legacy, a cautionary tale of the dangers of prejudice and fear. As the years passed, the farmhouse became a sanctuary, not just for me but for others seeking solace and a connection to the land's history. Visitors would listen with wide eyes as I shared the story of Eleanor, her tragic end and the redemption that had followed. But even now, as I sit on the porch watching the sun set over the fields, a small part of me remains wary. I can't help but wonder if there are other spirits that wander this land, silent witnesses to the passage of time. And I'm reminded of the delicate balance between the supernatural and the mundane, the way they coexist in the fabric of our lives. The farmhouse stands as a testament to resilience and the power of confronting our deepest fears. It serves as a reminder that sometimes, in the face of darkness, we must summon the strength to confront the unknown. And though the haunting may have ended, the story of Eleanor will forever be etched in my memory, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our seemingly ordinary lives. As the night sky envelops the farm, I find solace in the knowledge that I've confronted my fears, and I am stronger for it. And perhaps, somewhere in the shadows, Eleanor's spirit watches over, her presence transformed from one of malice to one of protection.